segment is OPB, other people's boats. And we're going to do some, and I'll start adding in some boat tours, but I want each boat tour to include some underway footage and actually experience that. So today we are going to take a look, and we're going to go out on this beautiful 1969 Alden 32 named Lorraine, which is owned by my good buddy Captain Ron.
How are you guys doing today?
We are on it. So I'm going to tell you what I love about this boat is, one, I just love the lines and all the bright work. But what's cool about this boat is it's actually in 32 feet. This is about the roomiest boat I've seen at this size. So 32-foot pilot house designed by John Alden, and it's got great visibility here. There's some work with the teak and all of that. It's powered by I think it was a predecessor to it's what's your engine?
The Westerbeek 40.
A Westerbeek 40 horsepower. Is that like a 4107?
I think that's what they, yeah.
So so it should be ample power for this size of the boat. But as a pilot house, the helm is actually on the inside, which is kind of cool. And we'll do a little bit of an interior, but you can see we've got pretty high coamings to keep the water out when you're underway. The winches still kind of sparkle, but they're the old knife blade top. They've been maintained fairly well. There's no traveler on this, so the main sheet just is end boom. There's ample handrails. Actually, there's a couple of sets there, so so you've got a hatch that'll open up in the middle, right? Exactly. At the top.
Yeah, the hatch will slide back as well.
And if you need to get up to pack the boom, it might be a little bit of a climb there, but at least there's good handrails. It's not super wide getting across, so like in terms of footing, but it looks like, you know, you can still get good hand holds or handrails coming across. And then the shrouds are run also almost all the way outboard, not quite. So you've got some room to play around on the foredeck a little bit. And then you've got a nice Maxwell windlass. Looks pretty beefy. Looks like your port lights are all newer. Looks like maybe newfound metals or stainless, but I think those were probably not original. They look super nice. What do you have, a Rockna?
The Rockna 15.
Rockna 15 anchor. So you've got a pretty good anchor tackle situation with a Profurl C320. Ron and I had some discussion about what the heck is this, and we finally figured it out after Ron asked the prior owner. Embarrassingly, we could have figured this out pretty quickly, but this is like for a little flag or pennant. Pretty good space back here in the cockpit. This won't be where you're driving the boat from, but you got room for 4 or 5 people to kind of sit back there. Oh, there is a tiller that can be put in the back in this back hatch. So there's that deck plate back there, and then you can put a tiller back here in addition to the helm on the inside. But we'll take a look at like the interior of this boat is like super cool. Like for a 32-foot boat, like there's just tons of room here. So let's have a look at that. So if you're in some weather and you're steering, it looks like this will just I don't know if this is locked, but it looks like this will just slide.
It's
right?
stiff right there at the end.
Nice. So
It's shut in here as well.
Okay, so it's pretty easy to get out of the elements.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice. We got winter coming up.
There, and it locks open.
Okay, right on. And then let's have a look on the inside here. So this is your galley in here?
Yeah.
So like I don't know how that comes up, but is that
beefy, yeah.
So you got a sink there, and then you've got what, a 2 or 3 burner stove right here?
3 burner.
Is this propane or?
Propane.
Okay, nice. 3 burner. And why does it smell like weed in here?
I don't know nothing about that.
Just kidding. So this is like a little quarter berth here.
Yeah.
Maybe a little, is it a little short or is it long enough?
It's off now. There's a back to it.
Okay.
That sits in this area here and would actually fold up.
How long is this long enough to sleep in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. With the pillows up there, you still have foot room.
Right on. Engines down here or?
Yeah, both.
Here. Okay.
It's central.
All right. So there's the Westerbeek engine.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got your batteries under there.
Yep, we got batteries.
And where's your tanks at on this? Under our feet. Okay.
We got it's a single tank, molded.
Okay.
And then it's baffled in the center.
Fuel or water you're talking?
Both. Fuel on the aft and water on the front.
Okay. So this is the helm right here. So you're kind of right next to the galley, and look at this. You've got good panoramic visibility all the way around. How nice is that? So you're steering from here. Here's your engine and throttle, geared throttle controls. You've got your gauges right out front, and then you've got a nice Simrad chart plotter. I can see you've got AIS working because I see all the other boats. You have radar?
Yes.
So you've got radar. Like I could drive from the station. I think coming into the dock might be a little weird because you've got some freeboard and the bow kind of comes up.
With this step, this seems to work well to get you a little more elevated.
And then if you want some fresh air, this just slides or
makes it pretty easy to see.
Nice. So up here, kind of in the V berth, so you've got you've got a berth on both port and starboard sides, and then quite a bit of like storage up here, which is pretty nice. Looks like you've got decent ventilation with these new port lights, and then a forward head, which has a hatch and a couple of nice port lights in here. Is there a shower? Is it?
It's a hand shower there on the back wall, on the floor wall there.
Oh, okay. There's a hand shower right there, and then so a little bit of work in progress here. And then this is your anchor locker.
Yeah, lift it out. It lifts
and it comes down that way.
It lifts out.
And you've got plenty of room in here for your chain. I'm a little jealous of that. Life jackets, which will never be used even in an emergency. Look at that, a Village Marine water maker. Holy crap, on a 32-foot boat like this, that's pretty sweet. I'm really jealous of the space that you have for your anchor locker. Like that's super cool. Brand new head.
Brand new electric head.
Uncrapped in by human. Yeah. All right. What's next? We gonna get underway with this? Oh, Captain James, I see you have the Channel Islands of California by James Frederick. You should
I'm almost
pick up a copy of that.
Halfway through that.
Good friend James. I don't have a copy. I need to order it. I have an excuse. I've been away from the U.S. for 9 months or so and just got back. Let's fire this bitch up. All right. What are we doing? Battery on?
Battery on. Pre-trip inspection's already been completed.
You've got the canvas off to me. Huh. Starts right up. Look at that. Oil pressure's good. Fuel gauge hopefully works better than mine. RPMs are showing up. What's this little line that you found? What's that for?
The previous owner, it had taken them years to figure this out. But somebody had made it special before that to be able to hold open this hatch. Flip that there and step to the side.
Oh, this is to get access to the engine. Oh, that's clever. The really nice thing about this is the engine is super accessible to work on. I'm a little jealous of that. 130 hours since rebuild. Sounds great. looking good. Do you want me to lower this hatch, give you a little bit better visibility there?
Please, it's just a speaker that's in there.
Roger. All right, we'll take this speaker out of the hatch. Yeah, the only liability that I see, like you've got this great panoramic visibility. It's just that the bow's up a little high. If you have anything up like super close, like a kayaker or a buoy or something, when you get in close, it might be harder to see them over that bow from this spot. He's got the footstep going. Before we get too far out of the harbor here, we got to pull in the fenders. It's kind of bad form to have those out all day. Port fenders are in. There's a throttle and shifter back here. He puts the tiller on him. Half tempted to adjust the throttle and see if he notices. I did that.
Freaked me out.
All right, you can put it back where you want it. So we just did a little bit of an RPM test. You know, a lot of it has to do with how the engine matches the prop. And this, if this is like a 4107 Westerbeek, it's like 3,000 to maybe 3,500 RPM red line. We went up to 2,200, noticed a little bit of vibrations. 2,000 seems to be about the sweet spot. Feels pretty good. You want really, you know, a lot of engine manufacturers will say run at 80% of wide open throttle. I don't think we're there, but you know, because of the pitch. But about 2,000 RPMs gets us a little north of 5.5 knots. Like we're doing 5.5, 5.6, and it feels smooth at 2,200 RPMs. There was some vibrations and stuff, so I think that's our cruising RPMs. Yeah, one of the more bitchin' things on this boat is he's got sonar. He's got side scan, down. Is it forward scan or just side and down?
Side and down.
Side scan and down scan sonar, which is pretty rad. Look at that. So radar AIS, looks like that is working. Pretty cool. Hatch is open. Nice view up. That's a nice feature in this, is to be able to see what's going on with your main while you're tucked in below down here. Captain Ron representing with the Choi Lee hat. So how do you engage the autopilot, Ron?
Oh, that's what I don't know either. I haven't experimented with that yet.
Do you do it from the chart plotter, or do you have a remote?
It's from here.
All right, it's on the chart plotter. So you hit this little standby auto button, and then he's got it on right now.
What's steering it?
So I think because this is a really beamy boat for a 32-foot boat, like there's a lot of beam. I think it's just rolly in these swells. So that's, you know, I think that's like a trade-off. So it's what are these old Variant? Is this Barlow or Variant? Okay, Barlow. Yeah. And then you got a couple of knife blades for your primaries back here. It's pretty swelly out here, actually. I'm good with whatever you want to do, but I'm just asking. All right, final answer. Are we gonna do this or not?
We're gonna do it.
So with this pilot house, it is a little bit of extra work, single-handing this, but with two people, when Ron doing all the work, it's actually quite easy. You got the main up.
Go back there and pull down that boom crutch real quick.
Boom.
Was stuck.
Okay, boom crutch is down. All right, engine's off. 50 degrees off. The wind. You could probably ease this boom out a little bit, but with the swell, it might rock around a little. There's just not much wind. I couldn't tell you how much there is. The swells are bigger than the wind is right now. Now, do you want to put the head sail up? So we just have the main up, but there's not much wind, and we've got these beam swells coming at us, which is why the boom is doing that. Yeah, that's a monster, dude. So that I don't know how much power that thing eats, but it's definitely overbuilt for this boat. So just observing a few other, other things about what's interesting about this pilot house is you hear other boats, you can't really tell what their direction they're coming from while you're inside, which is all right. He doesn't have a boom vang, so there really isn't like a good way to run a boom vang because this forward hatch comes open. And I don't know if he can, so he doesn't really have an attachment point. So without the boom vang and this end boom sheeting, if you jibe or something, the boom, if you don't pull your main sheet up like an accidental jibe, that boom could right up and catch on a backstage or coming across. It's kind of a liability of not having a vang. Looks pretty good. You could probably even try easing a little bit on this sheet. Let her out until she starts to luff, and then pull her in until she stops luffing. You already get, yeah, you got a little flutter. You'll probably use a new head sail at some point. Light winds, but we're doing a solid 4 knots.
Nice.
What do you think, bro?
I'm liking it.
We're running in the upper 4s up to about 5 knots. So we got a little bit more wind. Feels pretty good. Got the Goodyear blimp behind you. Ron's putting the main away. We've got the motor on and we are in LA Harbor. That's pretty much wrapped from a very successful sail. We'll motor back into the dock at this point. All right, take her forward.